good weather to get out, go to a lake.
We're just talking about that. We got
Yeah.
lakes here in Arizona. We got some
we
lakes
do.
up toward Phoenix. Pena Blanca down here, Patagonia. If you want some bigger ones, we got Havasu. Pleasant. We got Powell up in the northeast side of the state.
There you go.
'Tis the season as well. Here we have the
Yeah,
water.
cool off.
Yeah, a good way to cool off, and also the pools. And you'll talk about pool safety in the weeks to come.
Yes, I
And
will.
lake. All right, 101, today's top temp here in Tucson. Phoenix, 106. Had we hit 106 here in Tucson today, that would have tied the record that we hit back in 1989. 80s up in Arizona's high country. Our triple-digit tracker now stands at 3 occurrences, and it's been the last 3 days. Oftentimes, we get these in streaks, and it looks like this streak will probably come to an end late in the week or this weekend. Average to date, we would have 0 100-degree days, but that means nothing, right? Because oftentimes we've hit the ice break earlier than others, sometimes even as soon as April. 62, the yearly average of 100-degree days that we'll see, and 99, the most occurrences we saw back in 1994. Now, heads up for people sensitive to the heat. Tomorrow, we're going to crank the heat risk to about a 2, which is moderate, so please limit that time outdoors for those sensitive out there. Heads up, literally and figuratively, 7:09 p.m. We should be in store for a good-looking sunset tonight. Live look, it's our News 4 Tucson Skynet camera downtown. It's 98. Dew point is dry. It's at 8 degrees. North winds at 6 miles per hour. Still got that straggling Lone Ranger of a 100 degrees out in the Marana area. Otherwise, most of the city into the upper 90s, 80s for Cochise and Santa Cruz County. And the cool down tonight looks like this. 70s show up by about 11 o'clock. So before then, it's still going to be pretty warm. Here's satellite radar loop, and you can see really not tracking much in the way of cloud cover across the state of Arizona. High pressure building in strong. One thing we'll look at is this area of low pressure up in the Pacific Northwest spinning around. This will get its act together, kind of hang out in the western states for the next few days. But by the end of the work week, going to come far enough south that it'll pick up our winds. Not close enough to give us any wet weather, but close enough to A, like I mentioned, pick up the winds, and B, cool us down. Sunny and hot, though, tomorrow. Daytime highs right around 102 here in the city. 94 Tombstone, 94 Sierra Vista. West winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's take a journey into that 7-day forecast then. 102 tomorrow. The hottest day of the week looks to be Thursday. 103, that's when high pressure is at its peak. 98, turning breezy Friday, turning locally windy on Saturday, and with those winds, that'll usher in a cooler air mass. 93, also 93 Mother's Day, not quite as windy, but still breezy. Nighttime lows coming back down at that point in time to the low 60s, with daytime highs most of next work week, low to mid 90s. That's only going to be about 2 to 4 degrees above average, as opposed to about 10 to 12 degrees above average that we've seen for the last 3 days.
All right.
Okay.
We can cool off by hitting the ice. A little hockey with Paul.